Mawlid, also known as Eid-e-Milad an-Nabi, Feast of the Birth of Prophet, is an observation of the day when the Islamic prophet Muhammad is reported to have been born. It is commemorated in Rabi al-Awwal, the third month of the Islamic calendar. It is commonly considered by Muslims to be 12th Rabi al-Awwal. The date is according to historic speculation and not something that is truly known. Mawlid's origins are disputed in the Islamic world. It was either introduced by the Abbasids or the Fatimids. The first public festival was started by the Muslim general Gökböri in 1207. Under Murad III in the Ottoman Empire, Mawlid became an official holiday in 1588. In early days of Islam, observations of Muhammad's birth as a holy day was usually arranged privately, and later was an increased number of visitors to the Mawlid house that was open for the whole day specifically for this celebration. The history of this celebration goes back to the early days of Islam, when the early celebrations included elements of Sufic influence with animal sacrifices and torchlight processions, along with public sermons and a feast. The celebrations occurred during the day, in contrast to modern-day observations, with the rural playing a key role in these ceremonies. Emphasis was given to the al-Bayt, with presentation of sermons and recitations of the Qur'an. The exact origins of the Mawlid is difficult to trace. According to Muhammad in History, Thought and Culture, an encyclopedia of the Prophet of God, the significance of the event was established when Muhammad fasted on Monday, citing the reason for this was his birth on that day, and when Umar took into consideration Muhammad's birth as a possible starting time for the Islamic calendar. According to festivals in the world religions, the Mawlid was first introduced by the Abbasids in Baghdad. It has been suggested that the Mawlid was first formalized by al-Khayzuran of the Abbasids. Ibn Jubayr in 1183 writes that Muhammad's day of birth was celebrated every Monday of Rabi al-Awwal at this time at his birthplace, which had been converted into a place of devotion under the Abbasids. According to the hypothesis of Nico Captain of Leiden University, the Mawlid was initiated by the Fatimids. It has been stated the idea that the celebration of the Mawlid originated with the Fatimid dynasty has been almost universally accepted among both religious polemicists and secular scholars. Annemarie Schimmel also says that the tendency to celebrate the memory of Muhammad's day of birth on a larger and more festive scale emerged first in Egypt during the Fatimids. The Egyptian historian Makrezi describes one such celebration held in 1122 as an occasion in which mainly scholars and religious embellishment participated. They listened to sermons, distributed sweets, particularly honey, Muhammad's favorite, and the poor received alms. This Shia origin is frequently noted by those Sunnis who oppose Mawlid. According to Encyclopædia Britannica, however, what the Fatimids did was simply a procession of court officials which did not involve the public but was restricted to the court of the Fatimid Caliph. Therefore, it has been concluded that the first Mawlid celebration was a public festival that started by Sunnis in 1207 by Muzaffar al-Din al-Gökböri. It has been suggested that the celebration was introduced to the city Ceuta by Abu al-Abbas al-Azafi as a way of strengthening the Muslim community and counteract Christian festivals.